All right, welcome to Eyes Open Media. I wanted to talk about this real quick. It's not going to be a long video. There is breaking news on the main channel if you guys want to check that out. But I want to talk about this. I was on it was on my timeline, so a lot of you guys know Boyce Watkins. Um, very pro black. For me personally, I'm a neutral guy. I like all colors, man, and I've never had a real I don't think I've ever had a problem. I think I have secretly, like maybe like people doing things that you can tell that they don't like you because of your skin color. But other than that, is my life, my overall life, I've never really had. Uh, outright racism. I don't think maybe I've seen it, maybe I forgot about it, but I don't know. Overall, 99% of my life, put it that way, I've just not seen it. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that it's not happening because we do see it a lot. But here is a different one. Okay, this is a caretaker right here in this picture. He's laying on the ground with his front to the, his back to the ground, and his hands are clearly up. And here is this guy right here. I think he's the one that is he has some type of disability. Okay, and this is his caretaker. So this guy takes care of these people. People like that are disabled. And that's a great thing. You're helping out humanity. Um, and so the take so the guys with a disability had a white truck, like a toyful, I think it's a white toy truck in his hands, and some police officer, I guess from a distance, thought it was a gun. So the police officer is thinks that this disabled a man has a gun in his hand, which the video shows, I guess, is a white truck, and he points his gun at them to I guess to put your hands up or something like that. So the black guy who's a caretaker has his hands up and he's on the ground and with his hands up, looking at the police officer, and the police officer still shoots 3 times, and luckily they're okay. Okay, I think he gets shot in the I'm not sure if he gets shot in the leg or something. I don't know, but the disabled kid, this disabled man doesn't get shot at all. Like the bullets don't hit him, thank God. Because he doesn't know what's really going on. He's just, he has some type of mental. I think he has some type of mental disability or something. So, but anyways, so this guy, the caretaker, is laying there with his hands straight up, and you can see it in the video, and you can see it in the picture here. I mean, clearly he's no threat, and the cop still shoots 3 times. But here's the kicker. The caretaker tells the cop, "My hands are up and I'm laying on the ground with no threat. Why did you shoot?" And the cop tells him, "I don't know." See, so something is so that tells us that these cops are being trained to shoot black people at any cost. Because if they were trained properly, that this would never happen. But because they're being trained and conditioned, wherever they're doing their trainings at, to shoot at unarmed people. It doesn't matter. It could be white, it could be black, it could be Mexican, it could be whatever the case may be. Because we just seen one a white person get shot and for no reason. We seen Mexican get shot for no reason. We seen Spanish people get shot for no reason in California, and then we seeing a lot of black people with no weapons on them, being shot for no reason. So there's something going on. It's more psychological. It's more mental now. It's not training any longer. They're being conditioned to shoot people regardless of if your hands are up or not. Okay, regardless if you have a weapon or not, regardless if you're a threat or not, they're being conditioned to shoot people regardless. So I mean, the cop says he has no clue why he shot 3 times, and thank God both of them are alive. And you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I think the guy got shot in the Let me see. Let me see. It says the unarmed caretaker who was lying on the ground with his hands up in the air when he was shot. Yeah, so he was shot by the Florida police officer. Had asked officer not to shoot him prior. So he's laying on the ground. His hands are up. He's no threat. He doesn't have a weapon. Nothing. He has his the person he's taking care of, the disabled grown man next to him, who's sitting right next to him while he's laying there, and he's telling the cops, "Don't shoot. I have my hands up," and the cop still shoots 3 times. So we thank God that these two are alive. And I don't know what the media is gonna or the agenda is going to say about this, because how can this cop get off from this? If this cop is gonna get off from this, there's gonna be a lot of chaos. Point blank and simple, because this guy is a caretaker, man. He spends his day taking care of disabled people. So I mean, he's giving back to the community, to back to his to Florida here by doing stuff like that. Not a lot of people can take care of disabled people. Okay, it's a special gift that you have to do that. So it's very sad. This is very saddening that we live in a world now. They're conditioning cops to shoot regardless if your hands up, regardless if you have a weapon or not. They're being conditioned to just shoot at will. And that becomes very scary for a lot of people to even want to even get in a car and drive, because they know, if I get pulled over, and it doesn't matter what color I am, these cops are shooting at will. You know what I mean? So it's unbelievable what's going on in America, especially when you compare the police shootings compared to the other continents and countries out there. I mean, you compare the police shootings and police brutality to like the other, like the 6 most populated countries. It doesn't even come close. Like America, the police forces are killing and beating and doing all types of things at will, compared to China and African countries and Brazil and other things of that nature. It's and of course Europe and things of that nature. Some places in Europe, they don't even use guns. They got batons and zappers. And people are more peaceful over there. I mean, I mean, you can just look at Iceland, which is the #1 peaceful place in America. I mean, they don't have weapons and stuff. So, not telling you that you can't have personal weapons. I'm talking about the police officers. Okay, America's not violent. America's not if you look at the numbers at a whole, America is a peaceful place. It's just that once something happens, is because they blasted for 28 48 hours all over the media to make it look like America's a very violent country, when it's really not. Okay, if you really look at the numbers, America's not that violent to having 400 million people. Okay, I think we're about 400, because we got all these illegals. We got all these illegal immigrants now. We should be at 400 million people by now. I've been hearing 350 people all my life, so by now it should be 400 million. So I'm just going to use the word 400 million people in America, and if you actually look at the numbers, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? America is very, very peaceful until the government decides they want to create some type of false flag and make America look violent. You know what I mean? And that's really what we're seeing. Okay, we're seeing a bunch of false flags, made up stuff, stage stuff, because America's peaceful. So if since America's peaceful, they need to make all this stuff up so people around the world can try to look at America and say, wow, America is going through a lot of chaos. And it's really not the American people that are going through the chaos. It's stage events and crisis actors that that are going through the stages and going through the chaos. Not really day-to-day American people. Because if you actually go outside and if you actually travel around America, and if you have actually like been through the malls and been through the streets, America is a very peaceful place. I've been to a lot of states in America. and I've never really had problems. Okay, so but when they create problems, then the outside world says, okay, America looks like they're going through a lot of chaos. Same thing that's going on in France. Okay, they're creating chaos in France because and with the refugees and all these people coming in and all this thing that's going on, they're creating the chaos. The same thing with all of the Western world. They're putting in refugees, or they're flooding in refugees so they can create culture chaos. That's what we're going through right now. We're going through a culture change. They want to change the Western world's identity. Okay, they want to fill it in with refugees and other identities, and destroy the Western world identity. Point blank and simple. That's what we're going through. We're going through a culture change. Okay, yeah, it's not fun for a lot of us. To see this type of stuff all over your social media. That's one reason why I'm getting rid of social media once we see our funding and things of that nature, because I can't, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to stand for people, posting this all day long, and a whole bunch of millions and millions of people see cops killing and people killing cops all day long on their social media. That's just not good for your brain. That's not good for your mental. That's just not good for anybody. And what happens is you become norm to it, and it becomes the normal, and then you don't talk about it anymore. That's basically what they're trying to do. That's why they're flooding these things all over the social medias, because they want it to be normal. They want you to finally say it's normal. Let's just not even talk about it anymore. And that's pretty sad, but that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, it's like when you were growing up and you saw stuff for the first time, and you were like, wow, and then you saw it over and over and over again, and then all of a sudden you're walking right by it because it's so normal to you. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. They're trying to make it normal. Police killing people out of with their hands up. Police killing people with no weapons on them. Police killing people in handcuffs. I mean, think about that. Police are killing people with while they're handcuffed, and they're not going to jail. They're trying to get us. They're trying to make it that's the norm. That's the new America. So it's really very sad. And when I saw this, and him being a caretaker, that made it even more that I needed to talk about this, because a guy that's taking care of disabled people, and he has his hands up and he's asking the cop, why are you shooting me with my hands up? I'm not a threat. And the cop tells him, I don't know. We're in a dangerous situation, where America is on that plateau. We have the elections coming up. We have Hillary, Trump, and we have Obama wanting to stay for a third term, or at least a longer term, and doesn't want to leave the White House. We're in that situation right now. So all this is being used for Obama to stay in for a third term. A lot of you guys, at the beginning, a lot of you guys were like, I don't know about that. But now you're starting to see that these police, Obama's giving them a lot of power too. Obama's not talking about the people that are being shot. Obama is talking about don't shoot the police. So Obama's telling the police to keep this up, because what's going to happen is when the police keep this up, people are going to start rioting, and people are going to start protesting everywhere, rioting everywhere, and that's going to keep Obama in the White House. So Obama's for this. Okay, he's for. That's why he asked the North Carolina governor to sign that that the police don't have to turn over their body cameras any longer in North Carolina. I mean, that's just outrageous. So they're trying to hide the evidence on the body cameras now in North Carolina, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be everywhere too. So they're giving the police a lot of power, and they're giving the police the freedom to kill at will, and that's gonna mainly keep Obama in the office a little bit longer, like we said before. Okay, so sad news, man, and I'm glad that they're both alive, and we need to stop this, man. It is what it is, man. Eyes open to the truth. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.